Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie.
You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast brought to you by watching movies on your old CRT computer monitor. Remember watching movies on a computer?
Yeah, because it was the only DVD player I had in the house.
It's just like, the screen is not big enough for this. Like, if you're watching a movie alone, which I did often, you could sit in, the chair in front of the computer. That's fine. But I feel like once you start showing it to your friends and things like that, it's like, where do y'all sit? It makes no sense.
Unclear.
How did you pull it off? Like, how did you arrange yourselves in the room to watch?
You would sit as close as possible.
Oh, okay. Kate, what do you know about Homestar Runner?
I don't know much, but I know that I've seen this.
So I have an enamel pin of him.
Yeah.
That's probably one area
No,
you've seen
I definitely have seen it on a computer.
Oh, you saw this when you were a younger...
I think so.
A child.
A
the
child,
word I'm looking for is
a younger
child.
person.
Yeah.
A younger adult.
Interesting. Do you know where, or why, or who might
I'm
have
sure
shown
we
it to you?
watched it like at school.
Oh,
or at
this is
friend's
incredible.
House.
What do you remember about it? Anything? Any of the characters? Any of what it is?
Wasn't there one that was like drawn on paper? A paper person?
Uh-huh.
That's what I remember.
I'm really excited for this. So you just vaguely remember that you could watch these cartoons?
Yeah, you can watch them on the... Yeah, I
computer.
definitely watch these with my friends.
Okay, this is great. Maybe we'll find some you've seen, because I have a list here of the ones that I want to show you. So,
Okay.
Homestar Runner. Before I start, I want to ask you this question, Kate. What do you know about the 1996 Summer Olympics?
I know that Richard Jewell was there.
The Atlanta Olympics, right?
Yeah.
With Richard Jewell, where maybe he planted the bomb, maybe he didn't, and then he said, "I found a bomb."
Mm-hmm.
Also going on at those Olympics, though, there were two young men named Mike Chapman and Craig Zobel. They were students at the University of Georgia at that time, and that summer they stayed there instead of going home because there were so many jobs you could get related to the Olympics.
Sure.
Just not even for the Olympics, but just it was really busy
they
time.
need extra staff at a diner.
Right.
Yeah.
So they were working summer jobs because of the Olympics.
Sure.
They were bored at work one day, and they decided they should write a children's book with having no experience doing it. They're like freshmen, I think, at this time. So they wrote this story book called The Homestar Runner Enters the Strongest Man in the World contest. And it was this little guy who you're looking at on screen, Homestar, and he was in a contest against a bunch of strong people. It was rejected by 80 publishers. They were like, we're going to get this published, And that same year, after that, they made an animated Homestar video using this video game called Mario Paint. We should do an episode on it in the future, but there's this video game for the Super Nintendo called Mario Paint, and it came with a mouse, like a computer mouse, but for the Super Nintendo, and one of the things you could do in it was draw stuff, and you could animate that stuff in there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
You could make cartoons. You could compose music, too. It had a little music composition tool. Anyway, so they made this cartoon in Mario Paint, which is a game from 1992. They made the cartoon in 1996. And then, a couple years later in 1999, Mike Chapman, one of the guys that I just mentioned, and his younger brother, Matt Chapman, they started wanting to learn Flash animation, right? Flash is this tool that you can use to make websites like the one we're looking at. It's dead now. It's officially been retired from the internet actually this year. But
does anything ever really die on the internet though? Like, could you find it?
Kind of. And obviously the Homestar people, they updated so this is no longer using Flash, but browsers don't support it anymore. But it was a way to make interactive websites. We played that game, the Cartoon Summer Resort game.
Oh yeah, Busy Uncle Gus.
Yes, was made using that. But you could also make full-on cartoons that kids could watch on the internet. You could post them. It's pre-YouTube. You could post these videos that you make here.
Gotcha.
So they're learning Flash, and they have this character, and they're like, hey, let's just use that. Let's learn by using that Homestar character that we made up a couple years ago. So they're practicing using him. And then in 2000, they launched this website, homestarrunner.com, to host these cartoons they were making. They decided not just to experiment, they decided let's keep making cartoons with Homestar and these other characters. So they basically created this whole, it's hard to describe, it would have been a TV show.
Cinematic universe.
Kind of. But yeah, they basically made like an internet TV show. And they updated it weekly and, made new cartoons and stuff. So the way they split the labor was that Matt Chapman animated. Matt and Mike both wrote the cartoons, and Mike did all the voices, and his girlfriend Missy Palmer did the female voices. In 2001, they started a weekly series called Strong Bad Emails. There's a luchador character named Strong Bad who...
I remember him.
He kind of became...
He
probably
kind of has
saw
little
those.
gloves.
He has boxing gloves on.
Yeah.
So he became like the runaway character, like he's the most popular character from this thing, and he would answer supposedly real emails from fans in a humorous way, so we'll watch some of those. By 2003, Homestar Runner was their full-time job. Their retired parents shipped their merch for them, like packed the shirts and sent them out. They sold enough t-shirts to make this their living.
That's really great for them. I'm sure their parents were probably like, I guess we shouldn't have told you to get off the computer, you know?
That's a good point. And famously, they never sold ad space. There's never been an advertisement on this website.
That's
they
nice.
only sold merchandise, like their own merch, which is pretty, I always really appreciated that as a kid, and even more so now. It was one of the most popular and visited websites in the early 2000s. Like, this was crazy
this was,
successful.
like,
the
the
fact that
thing.
you saw it, and you have seen almost nothing that we've discussed on
Yeah.
this show in 200 episodes. They are currently on a hiatus that began around 2009, but they do occasionally publish things. But it lasted roughly from 2000 to 2009, which is a pretty good run.
Do you think they still make money on this?
Oh, yeah, because the store's still up.
Oh, that's nice.
I just bought enamel pins from here 3 weeks ago. I've actually never bought their merch.
You need to stop buying enamel pins. Listeners, he needs to stop buying enamel pins.
I know, I agree. It's a wild collection. Some spin-off stuff that happened that was very mainstream was that they made a game called Strong Bad's Cool Game for Attractive People, which was a video game for the Wii, the PS3, the computer, and Mac in 2008. So they went pretty legit with this, more than just their sort of website.
Yeah.
The brothers have went on to careers in television. So
cool.
They've worked on Yo Gabba Gabba. They worked on the Mickey Mouse cartoon series from 2013 on the Disney Channel. They worked on this show called Gravity Falls on Disney and several others. And they turned down many, many, many offers throughout this run to turn this into a TV show. They always were public about how they valued having complete creative control over it and being able to kind of do it on their own timeline. So it's just this cool little thing that exists from internet culture from then. Let's watch a few and we'll see if any of these ring a bell. You'd go to homestarrunner.com, you'd explore.
So would you do this?
Oh,
or is it more like a metaphorical you?
Oh, I would do this.
Okay.
I did this with my friends all the time.
Okay.
Go down to the bottom left. There's like a bunch of numbers down there. See, these are all different themes for this homepage. You can click on them and it'll change it.
You would do this for an hour.
Yeah, you look at all. Here's like a spooky cemetery one. Here he's in heaven for some reason.
Nice.
In the top right, it says first time here. Let's check that out.
Action. Oh, hello. Welcome to Homestar10.net. It's .com. Oh, right. Homestar10.net. It's .com.
Cut. Take 6.
Welcome aboard the USS Homestar10.com. I am your captain, Homestar 1.
What do you think of his voice? Are they doing a intellectual disabled thing?
I can't decide. I don't think so, but...
I just remember this being a thing where it's like someone had to show it to you and they had to curate which things to show you and then you would become that person. Like you had to decide.
It's like a chain letter.
Yeah. We're going to watch this thing called The King of Town. This is from 2000. This is their first major thing. So we're going to watch the original because this is another thing with Flash. Not just Homestar did this, but there'd be a really popular Flash cartoon and then later when the artists like got better at it, they'd go back and reanimate it.
Huh.
And we're going to watch the original version, not
Okay.
the new version. There you go.
My sheep are missing! My sheep are missing!
There's the Poop Smith. He was my favorite character.
Of course he was.
Him and Homestar. So that's the King of Town, and
Okay.
it's all up
Sorry.
from here. And then we are going to go to a Jorb Well Done.
What?
This was always my favorite, and I still quote this to this day. Usually
Why?
just to myself under my breath.
Why do you do it to yourself under your breath? So
There you go.
worried.
A Jorb Well Done from
Okay.
2001.
Great job there, Homestar. I'm sorry, what? I see you did a great job out there. I did a great what? A great job. Oh, man. Bob, you gotta check this out. Okay, Coach, tell Bob what I did today. Well, I was just telling Homestar here that he'd done a great job. Coach, that's ridiculous. We've got to do something about that.
The Brothers Chaps. That's how they credited themselves.
Oh, it's supposed to be like a Clockwork Orange now. I'm sad for this little Q-tip. What's his name?
Coach Z, yeah, he has a speech impediment.
Yeah.
He can't say job.
Homestar Runner has a speech impediment. Nobody makes fun of him.
Oh, this is Strong Sad.
Why does he have elephant feet?
Oh no. I just am impressed. I think for two guys who were just like figuring this out.
Sure.
They had to figure out not just how to do animation. Oh, here, look, it's a soundboard now.
What?
They had to figure out how to do animation, but they had to figure out how to like write a script for a
What do I
short.
do?
You ever play with a soundboard when you were a kid? You never made prank calls with one of these?
When you quote this to yourself under your breath by yourself.
Great
when
job, Homestar. Stairmaster.
What?
I just think about it often is what I mean to say.
So, like, when I'm wondering what you're thinking about,
Yeah, what is he thinking about? It's definitely that cartoon. The next one is called The Interview, and it is from 2002.
What the crap were you doing out there?
Oh, well.
Outside! I watched you prance by like 5 times, man.
Oh, I doubt it. I drove.
You don't own a car.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, let's get down to brass tacks.
Oh, I didn't bring any. I drove.
Oh, this is gonna be painful.
What, the tags? I bet. Try not to sit on them.
Like Strong Sad's energy. The older I get, the more I understand Strong Sad.
Gotta say, I'm not laughing out loud.
I'm sorry, baby.
Sometimes it's best not to go back. All right, so we're in the final phase of what I want to show you
How do
here.
I go back?
Those are going to be strong bad emails. This was what really took off, and this is where they would respond to what I always assumed were real emails. I don't really know, but I think so. So we're going to watch a few in order, not all of them, obviously, because there are currently 208 strong bad emails.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to start with the first one, though, so you can, get an idea of what it was like. This is called Some Kind of Robot. It's from 2001.
Dear Strongbad, do you take your wrestling mask and boxing gloves off before you go to bed? Sincerely, Abdi LaRue, San Diego, California. Well, that's a stupid question, Abdi. Do you take off your face and hands before you go to bed? And if so, are you some kind of robot? And if so, what kind of powers do you have? Do you use them for good or for awesome? Would you like to join forces? I just happen to be the greatest criminal mind of our time. Okay, until next time, keep sending me your questions, and I will make fun of you.
I feel like it was a great idea on their part, because they're like, all right, we want to put content out every week.
Sure.
This is really easy to animate.
It's an easy way to come up with content, too. Like, you're not coming up with the idea.
Right? They just have
Somebody
to write...
else, emails and you respond.
Exactly.
Sure.
And all that happened in this first one, it was only 45 seconds long. The only thing they really animated were, these lines on the monitor. They had the text appear, but that's
Sure.
easy. And then Strongbad's mouth. There's literally nothing else. So now we're going to scroll down and do number 2. It's called Homestar. I love Homestar. Homestar is my favorite character. Or was.
Hi, Strongbad. If you hate Homestar so much, why don't you kill him? From Vinny C. You know what, Vinny? You're right. I'll be right back. Hey, Homestar!
What is it, Strongbad?
I mean, I get it.
That
But,
guy's...
how much more?
Just a few. That
I
guy
have to
spelled
watch.
Homestar wrong, and then they made a whole character out of it. That's all. I always thought that was very funny. Number 46, Your Friends. Your Friends is from 2002.
You are awesome. I like it most when you harm your friends. Andrew. Andrew, this is the best email I've ever received. Let's get to work.
Some type of TV show.
How's about this? What the?
Ow, 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 ow. I think we should check on that person.
Yeah, this guy emailed, I like it most when you hurt your friends. How come the first time you laughed during this whole thing is when Strong Bad beat Strong Sad with a wiffle ball bat?
Who's that? Pimply? What's his name?
Oh, the big guy? That's the Pom Pom. You got a chuckle on that one.
I did. I liked when he hit people.
I think you're going to see that they these guys get better at making these. We're going through time here, so now you're going to go to 53. Comic, also from 2002.
Teen Girl Squad! Cheerleader! So-and-so! What's-her-face? The ugly one! Hey, guys! Let's go get ready to look so good! Word, word, word. Okay, now let's start looking good! Aight.
Boy.
Kristen, you look burnt or dead. I miss Christine. I have a crush on every boy.
Arrowed.
Ow, my skin.
Punt.
Dad, yo. I look so good.
This I remember.
You remember Teen Girl
Yeah.
Squad? This became its own whole
Yeah.
mini-series on here, but this is where it came from. As a teen girl, this must have really spoke to you.
Yeah, I liked that one.
I have a crush on every boy! That's you.
I think I had strong what's-her-face energy. Those baggy jeans.
That's very on point for
A black
2002,
t-shirt.
right? All right.
Hair that was just limp.
Number 57, Japanese cartoon. This, I think, is the first one I ever saw. My friend Dustin showed it to me. I thought this was so clever. I'm worried about it now, but it's from 2003.
They probably have somebody else do the voices.
Hey, Stinko Man. Everybody says you're the guy, but I want to be the guy too. No way. You're just a kid. Maybe when you're older.
It's a good deconstruction of anime.
Sure.
That was, to me as a child, one of the funniest pieces of media.
You'd ever consumed.
Yeah.
I'd like to note that neither of us laughed at a skosh.
I know. I think, though, we've seen a lot of funny anime parodies now. I hadn't at that time. Then the very next one, 58, Dragon. They were on a roll, also 2003.
Okay, starting again, the same way. S, more different S. Close it up real good at the top for his head, and then, using consummate V's, give him teeth, spinities, and angry eyebrows. Now you can add smoke or fire, or maybe some wings. You know, if he's a wing-a-ling dragon. Let's put one of those beefy arms back on him for good measure. That looks really good. Coming out of the back of his neck there. Now he needs a name. How about Trogdor the Burninator?
I think I've seen this one.
You've seen Trogdor. All right, one more.
Is it?
Number 118, Virus.
Strong Bad, what is going on?
Wah! I don't know. You forgot to wear your neck?
Have you been using the internet irresponsibly?
No more irresponsibly than usual.
Did you get a virus?
No.
Did you get 400,000 viruses?
Yes. Very yes.
So, what do you think?
It was a lot. I didn't like it.
I loved that one. That was great. They started having a virus and they all looked weird.
So that's it then, huh?
That's it. Obviously, there's much, much, much more, but that one was from 2004. What do you think of Homestar Runner and Strong Bad Emails?
They were okay. I do remember watching the Teen Girl Squad with like friends and thinking that was really funny.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because we were just all in it and we were all what's her face. Yeah, I mean it wasn't super funny. It wasn't my way that I would choose to spend the afternoon.
It's a weird look into early to mid 2000s like internet humor. And this was the most family-friendly version of that, too.
Yeah.
I feel like everything else that you're watching was a little edgier or inappropriate, but this, they went out of their way to keep it kind of PG. And it was funny at times. I was bummed out that anime Strong Bad Email didn't make me laugh more now, but it's just the way of the world. We've all grown and matured, I guess. So sad.
Some of us have. All right,
so Homestar Runner, fortunately, is archived even in a world where Flash doesn't work anymore. They are working hard to make it work, and a lot of it's on YouTube officially as well. So if you want to go back and revisit Homestar, if you haven't thought about Homestar in a long time and this jogged your memory, definitely check it out. Find some of your favorites. Find some of the ones we just watched. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but I'm still proud of what these guys did. I think it's really cool that they did this in the first place and created all this content. And so you can tell us what to watch next. Send us an email, notstalgia@aol.com. Send us a voice message through the Anchor app. Contact us on social media. Just go to our website, www.notstalgia.org. Although, next week we're going to start a very special mini-series. Mini-series? I don't know what
I would say it's an entire season of the podcast.
Which we don't really do seasons, but yeah, in the way that every other podcast does seasons, it is like a season.
I'm saying it's a season.
There will be a preview for that probably tomorrow. It might already be in your feed right now if you're not listening to this when the day it comes out.
And if you're not listening to this the day it comes out, what are you doing?
So, yeah, we're going to do a very special series of episodes coming up next. But when those are over, we'll be taking your suggestions. So send them in so we can get a nice backlog going. And thanks for listening.
Trogdor was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. I mean, he was just a dragon. But he was still Trogdor! Trogdor! Burninating the countryside, burninating the peasants, burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages! Thatched roof cottages! And the Trogdor comes in the night!